How's it going, everybody? Been getting a lot of requests to do an arena video, so here it is for you guys, and I hope it helps. We're going to be explaining the new arena meta. There's a lot of people say, the best team is this, the best team is that, the best team is what I say it is. And truth be told, everything's a coin flip. No matter which version you're using, whether you're using Black Cat, whether you're using Odin, Quasar, it's all a coin flip predicated on the decay of Professor X. So in this video, we're going to be going through a bunch of the different matches. I'm going to be showcasing how these coin flips happen and the characters that I use to sort of maximize my chances against the coin flips. So let's jump into it, starting with the offensive mindset. So for offense, you want to protect your ally Professor X by having a different character with a higher damage stat. And then we want to increase the odds the enemy Professor X dies via speed stat characters. Because obviously we're going to normalize all the speed stat, speed bar, speed up, all that stuff is going to get shut down here. So make sure we have characters that are faster than 127 to go before Professor X, or maybe time Professor X to engage in more coin flips. Add a couple different coin flip RNG chances to your repertoire. And on the defensive side, we want to maximize the ultimate use to decay debuffs. And we want to engage in the coin flip, because that's how we are going to get wins. So right now I'm in position 5. I tried to use a non-Fantastic Four, non-Professor X team to get through it. Didn't go good for me. Anyway, let's go ahead and let's jump in here. And we're going to attack stages 4. Hopefully stage 2 will be a little bit different than what we see here. And then we'll attack stage 1. Stage 1 is not what you want to do unless you are in an arena collusion group and no one's going to hit you. That's about it. And that's why arena is such a stupid game mode and nobody should engage in it. It's dumb. Let's hit the bigger teams. This is 3-star, this is 5-star. Let's go for the 5-star character. Up against C-Dang here, and the team that I like to use is going to have Odin on it, Professor X, and then Fantastic Four. Now, a lot of people are confused as to which the best Fantastic Four members are. It's not close. It is Human Torch, Invisible Woman, and Franklin Richards. There is no reason on offense why you would want to have Mr. Fantastic. So Johnny Storm, Franklin, and Sue Storm, no pre-taunt. You do not want Reed Richards on your offense. It gives you less coin flip advantage. He's too slow. He has a garbage piece, that's what it comes down to. And there's no pre-taunting because of Professor X. Next, ISO is going to be very important. You want to make sure your Odin has a higher damage stat than your Professor X, which is why I do have my Odin as a striker. And finally, it doesn't really matter. We can go ahead and we can hide our Professor X off in a corner somewhere, but Invisible Woman and Invisible Woman is going to pull us in, and it's all going to be a big cluster. It is what it is. So let's talk about what I'm doing here. I'm making it so that the enemy Professor X mind control attacks are hitting my Odin, not my Professor X. The reason I want to do this is it's going to give my Professor X a chance, even if I lose the coin flip, to wrap back around and get the victory. Alright, so let's go ahead. We won the coin flip here, so we can get silence out there, which is kind of cool. Alright. Make sure mind control damage comes in. And you see there, Professor X, he's eating the mind control damage, so it's actually dropping his health, which is why I don't really like Quasar. I want to make sure I have a higher damage stat, so I avoid this. Alright, let's pull them all in here. And now, because Odin's at 128, he does actually go before the Professor X. Hopefully he doesn't die to the Quasar here. Looks like he's going to be okay. Invisible Woman's going next. Odin did get beat up quite a bit. Odin gets the coin flip win, though. We'll use the basic here. And the reason I want to use the basic here, especially if my opponent has Johnny, and well, there you go. That's why I use Odin, right? But the reason you don't use Johnny on defense, but you do use him on offense, is because if the enemy had Johnny, and their Johnny goes before, my Odin does his battlefield effect, right? That's why we always use our Odin. Well, I didn't have the battlefield effect up because I actually used Franklin ult and I wasn't supposed to. We'll see what happens when I don't use the Odin ult here. Anyway, we got the Professor X killed. We ended up using a basic with our Professor X because we started talking, and the game mode has this really stupid. Anyway. Let's just finish this one up. I have Johnny because if my Odin didn't kill the Professor X, then there's 3 characters that are tied at 128. We then have my Professor X, the enemy Professor X, and Johnny all tied. It means I have additional chances to kill that Professor X before he takes a turn. Because if he takes a turn and he ability blocks my Professor X, then we're in hot water. Let's go ahead, let's run it back, we'll do another version. Again, hopefully stage or rank 2 is going to be a little bit different here. I would love to see like a Black Cat. Alright, we have an Odin here, and we have, so this is what I consider the ideal defensive setup. This is what I have set up on defense as well. We do use Reed on defense because he has a lower speed stat than Professor X, but he's still a Fantastic Four member, and we need to make sure we are stopping mythical characters from getting speed burst, as you are going to see when we do that stage 1 attack, or the rank 1 attack. Yes, you do not want Johnny on defense. All right, so good. The Franklin one here, and this is where I'm going to show you what I'm supposed to do, especially when you lose the coin flip. When you lose the coin flip, I actually like using the Franklin special, and by using the Franklin special, it's going to not put my battlefield effect up, and I should be able to get my Odin effect up. So let's go ahead and just throw the special here. So no battlefield effect is up. That Odin got absolutely wrecked still, which is good. Enemy Invisible Woman putting in work. I will use the ult. Good stuff. Enemy Odin won, which is unfortunate. However, because Franklin used the ult, no battlefield effect for my enemy, which is great. But now we're about to engage in all the coin flip shenanigans. So you see, because my opponent had Odin, this enemy Professor X is very, very healthy. So let's go ahead and use the basic. Let's get all the buffs off him, as much damage as we can. Hopefully my Johnny won the coin flip. Oh, the enemy Professor X won the coin flip. So this is cursed now, especially because it's going to ability block my Professor X, and that's not fun, right? So although I stacked the deck in my benefit, I couldn't get through it enough, and because we don't have Striker on our Professor X, we're not able to actually get the kill here, unfortunately. We'll see if we can round out those. So we did have that Odin on this team, so that Professor X would actually be able to hopefully survive all the way. All right. Extra damage is coming in. Oh, we lost yet another coin flip. So had we won that coin flip, then we would have been able to ult, and we probably would have got the W there. Well, let's see. Hail Mary. Oh, Raider. Raider almost got it done, but not quite. So we had a lot of coin flip opportunities there, but that's just how stupid this arena meta is right now. It's just coin flips on coin flips on coin flips. Let's go ahead and let's run it back. I do want to make sure I save one attack to attack rank 1 and show you why you have to put Fantastic Four on defense. You have to. Yeah, we lost a lot of coin flips there. That's okay, though. That's just how this meta goes. So, let's go it again. Run it back. And if my Odin wins the coin flip against the enemy Odin, I will kill the enemy Odin. That's another aspect to this. This is why I think that Fantastic Four with Johnny, Odin, and Professor X is the best offensive team. Fantastic Four with Reed, Odin, and Professor X is the best defensive team. So let's go ahead and we'll use the special here, because I don't want to stop my guy from getting the battlefield effect out. All right. We'll use the ultimate now, just as more damage. And we can't really ability block, because this is another thing people talk about. Why don't you ability block Professor X with your Sue Storm? Well, the enemy Sue is going to go, and then she's going to remove it from the decay, right? Alright, so here we go. We got Striker. We did not put our battlefield effect up. He still has these debuffs. Striker's going to come in. Hopefully this will be it for the Odin. And that's it for the Odin. We won one coin flip. Hey, look, we won another coin flip. So now I get to come in here. We're going to get to do a bunch of damage. Striker attack is going to call in all kinds of hurt. We won yet another coin flip. He would have bled out, right? So see, in this case, we won 2 coin flips, which is cool. But here, let's just do this damage over here so we're not actually hitting the Professor X. And you'll see that the bleeds from Johnny, this is why I love Johnny. Johnny does so much damage that his bleeds are one of the few bleeds you can actually rely on to do damage. Look at that. Fantastic. And so this is what happens when coin flips work. I mean, they work super in my favor this time. But if I had even one of those coin flips work, I win. Right? So there you go. And yeah, if the opponent had Johnny instead of Mr. Fantastic, I had my battlefield effect out. We would have got an extra brand if he won the battlefield effect. So Johnny's not a defensive character. Let's get that out the way, right? All right, now let's do the final one here. This is why you cannot not put your Fantastic Four on defense. Some people, for some reason, think that Endgame Thanos can still hold his weight up against, characters like Odin, like Professor X. It's just not the case. Because the second you don't have the 3-piece synergy with the Fantastic Four allies, I do. And my mythical characters now get speed stat, and you don't. And I'll get my battlefield effect out. And I will use my Professor X to instantly crush your Professor X. And that's just what's going to happen here. And the enemy Thanos, once you have your Fantastic Four members at 4, not even 4 stars, once you have them at like, no, at 4, like I was going to say 5, 4 or 5 stars is where they start just kind of surviving everything. He doesn't even get a turn. He lost the coin flip, so he's not even going to get a turn. And so, unless you are in an Arena Collusion group, please put your 3 Fantastic Four members on defense. Unless you're in my bracket and you're part of that Arena Collusion group, then please don't, because I like the free wins. Lets me mess with you guys a little bit more. Anyway, guys, I just want to give this quick little arena breakdown. I know Black Cat is making some waves. I know Shadow King is seeing some play. I don't value what either of those characters do as far as the coin flip management goes. It's still just coin flips. It's still just, does Shadow King meet that damage check, which he doesn't if the Professor X is big enough. And I know there's ways that you can go before and you can remove the stealth and you can ability block and you can stop some of the ultimates from happening, but then it still comes down to a 1v1 coin flip. The way I have it here is I get 2 coin flips. 3 if it's Odin v Odin. Anyway, I hope this video finds you well. I hope it helps you a little bit in your arena adventures. If it did, make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Have yourself a fantastic day. Get it? Bye.